It's the moment my heart kind of connects as our brother Aaron shared. There is a court, there is a holy place, and there is a holy of holies. There's a first heaven, the second heaven, and third heaven. As brother Aaron shared, he is here not only as a teaching about him, not only as a sign of wonders and experience of the Spirit, but he himself wants to reveal his face to us. And when those people who knows his face, not just testimonies or signs of wonders, but his face, when they are gathered together, and when they love each other, it is not a visitation of the Spirit. It is not a visitation. It is a dwelling, the Shekinah glory. Amen. The Shekinah comes from Shakan Hebrew word. It's Shakan is dwell. I am from the Universal Gospel Church. What biggest church? But as the brother Aaron shared, if there is no presence of him, small numbers, but they are really know his face. And when we love each other, amen, he dwells among us. Amen. Amen. Lord spoke to me. The 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 2, you all know that. I'm jealous for you with godly jealousy. I promised you to one husband, to Christ, so that I might present you as a pure virgin to him. Today, the Lord will sing this verse. I was born in a Christian family, which means that my mother was a believer, but my father was not a believer. And in the Bible, how can the Christ and believer can be united, right? So Bible doesn't allow us to marry the unbelievers, but my mother met him, and they fell in love with each other, and they married together. But when I visit Abba's garden, whenever the pastor always talks about we are the temple of the Holy Ghost. Right? Sure, I am the temple of the Holy Ghost. Because at that time my mother was a believer, so she was the temple of the Holy Ghost. But if this man is not a believer, the Bible is saying, if we are not a believer, then we are following the demons. So which means that at the time, my father was a temple of a demon. And the Bible is saying, when woman and man can marry, they become one body, right? Temple and one temple. Can you imagine in one temple there is a holy cross, and at the same time the demon worship together? How can that be? So right after the marriage of my father and father, the terrible story began. Not even a single day was a great day. From the very, the first memory of my life, I have never seen, I can never remember, I never remember even one time that my mother and father have a good relationship. They always fought together, and they yelled, and they hit each other, and they blood. And at the time, because the little boy couldn't stand the atmosphere of the family, my family, my home. Every day was like a hell to me. It was like squeezing my neck every day and every day and every day and every day. But this little boy knew God. So this little boy prayed, Lord, I know you are real. This is my prayer. This little boy prayed with the pure heart, because he knew that he is real. And he prayed, Lord, please save me. Every day is like a help to me. Every day is like a help to me. So really like is my neck. I couldn't stand the atmosphere. Always fighting and yelling and screaming. But Lord didn't answer my prayer. But he prayed again. And he prayed again. And prayed again. And he prayed again. Lord didn't answer. So this boy changed his prayer. And he prayed, Lord, please kill my parents. I really want to be an orphan. I really want to live with myself. I couldn't stand. I cannot stand. Lord, I know you are real. Please kill my parents. There was pure prayer to God. And sometimes my parents came home very late, and at that time my heart was very excited. Lord answered my prayer. Lord, you answered my prayer. You killed my parents. My heart was really excited. How awful it is. And then on and on and on. In the age of my 17, because I knew he's real, I went to the Osane Prayer Mountain and I dedicated my life to him 100%. And I decided in my heart to love my father and mother. And the Lord poured out his glory over my life. And because his glory was upon me. At the time, my high school is still the best high school in South Korea. And because he poured out his supernatural wisdom upon me. Actually, I didn't study that much, but I had been a top of the high school. And the gap between me and the second was very, very big, because his glory was over my life. Not only the wisdom or anything, but whatever I do, I succeeded. I succeeded. And also when I see a photo of those days, my face is shining, because his glory was over my life. The problem is that and my friends are saying, I am seeing you. I know I can realize that God is real, which means I was a witness of Christ. Not because of my effort, not because of my hard working to do evangelism works, but because glory of God was upon me. It itself was a witness to the people. But the problem is that even though glory of God was upon me, I'm still a sinner. I dedicated myself to the Lord, and I began to walk with the Lord, but I couldn't change my heart. The glory of God was upon me. The people are getting to know Jesus Christ through me. I am walking with Jesus Christ, but I cannot change my heart, which means I cannot live the 100%, the perfect holy life as the Bible is saying. And I prayed, then I prayed and I fasted to change me, but I couldn't. It's a long story short. Finally, I abandoned him because I cannot forgive myself. I couldn't forgive myself because the Bible is saying, be whole before me, be perfect before me, but I couldn't. I couldn't change me, so I left Jesus Christ. From then on, my life was like a suicide. These were really, really dark times. And then there was several years in those dark times. And one day I was hanging in the street, and Jesus Christ showed up himself to me, and he said nothing, and he just said, I love you. And at that time, my path changed. My lifetime path changed. My lifetime path changed was, Lord, I know you love me. But the problem is I cannot be perfect before you. So I abandoned you. But now you come again, you're saying you love me. I know you love me. The problem is I cannot be perfect before you. But the Bible is saying, Old Testament and New Testament same. Be whole, be perfect before me. But I cannot be perfect. Is it okay for me to live this way? I know you love me, but I cannot live. I cannot change myself. Is it okay for me not to be perfect? That was my lifetime question. And the Lord said, when you give up, then I will live inside of you. You cannot change yourself.
Oh, that's right.
You cannot walk the way. But when I live inside of you, only through that, the life is possible.
Amen.
Which means from the age of, because I knew God when I was very young. But at the time, it was the mid-20s. From the 420s, several years, I walked with Jesus Christ. What's the problem? We're talking about that we should walk with Jesus. What's the problem? No. The cross of the Jesus Christ, the reward of the cross of the Jesus Christ is not the living with Him. No. Because I am living with Him, because I am walking with Him, He is living, He is walking beside me. And I want to change my life. I wanted to live the life the Bible is saying. Jesus Christ is still beside me. We are always together. But that is not the life that the New Testament. But Peter always said, Lord, I love you more than any other. It was me. Because I experience the glory of God. Many testimonies and signs and wonders. So I believe I am living and I am loving you more than any others. That is me. But Jesus wanted to kill that heart, the human enthusiasm for Him. Jesus said, you will deny me. You are saying that you are loving me than any others, but you will deny me and even you will curse me. But as Jesus prophesied, Peter, we all know that denied Him and even he cursed Him, Jesus Christ. At the age of 20, mid-20, when Lord Himself showed up to me. When I was young, when I was 17, 18, and 19 years, when I experienced the grace of God, then I said, Lord, I myself will determine and I will live the perfect holy life before you. I promise. I go to prayer mountain and fasted and I try to keep myself the Bible standard. I myself. But always failed. Jesus was beside me until the time that I give up myself. So in the book of John, after the denying of Peter, when Jesus was crucified and resurrected, and the Sea of Galilee, what is the, okay, anyway, and Jesus showed up to the Peter, and he was asking Peter, do you love me more than any others? That is the word that always Peter was saying. I love you more than any other, Jesus. And Jesus asked the same way, Peter, do you love me more than any others? And Jesus asked, the Greek word, original word is agapao, which means the agape love. But Peter replied, yeah, Jesus, you know I love you, but actually the original Greek word was not agapao. Peter replied, I love you at the time that love is a phileo, which means not agape level, but just a level as a friend. Peter, in other words, if we translate that the more the detail, then Peter replied, Lord, you know that I cannot love you as agape level. I cannot love you. Just a few days ago, I denied you. I even cursed your name. How can I say that I'm loving you more than any others? I know. Jesus knows. You know that I cannot love you at the power level. I can love you only at the filial level. That was the answer of the Peter. In other words, Peter is saying, I cannot live the Bible standard level life. He gave up. And then Jesus answered, Peter, now you realize, now you know that you cannot live the Bible standard level of life with yourself. I will live inside of you. No more dating. No more walking together. He live inside of us.
Amen.
I was crucified with Jesus Christ. No longer I live, but He lived not beside me, not together with me. He lives inside of me. No more longer I live, but He lives inside of me. Today the Lord is saying, the 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 2. With the godly jealousy, I espouse you to one husband. I present you as a pure virgin to Jesus Christ. This is the zeal of Jesus Christ, the Father of God. Today the Lord is saying, do you want to live the life, the walking beside me? Or do you live the life that I myself inside of you? Do you want the life that dating with me? Or do you want the life no more dating, but has the betrothal, the covenantal life? So this time, when the Apostle Paul is talking about the 2 Corinthians chapter 11. So at the time at the time he was a matchmaker, right? So there is a man, handsome man, a wonderful man, King of kings, the Lord of lords. But this matchmaker wants to make a good wife to him. So imagine, when you were not a believer, this matchmaker came and he's talking about him. Oh, hey, you should meet him. He loves you so much. He's very handsome. He's very wealthy. He has everything. He's King of kings and he's Lord of lords. By the time you answered, no, I don't want. I like the world. I like to live the life by life. But this matchmaker didn't give up. With the zeal, with the jealousy of God, he comes to you and saying, you submit him, you submit him, you submit him. And finally, you decide, okay, I will meet him. And when this matchmaker is talking about him, it is knowledge about Jesus Christ. Our Christian walk begins with this, the knowledge about him. But when you decided to meet him, Jesus Christ, and you and Jesus Christ met together at the cafe, and you are saying, very nice to meet you, like that. That is the time that you met him, not just as a knowledge, but so in Korean we are saying the personal encounter. Then you began the dating life. Because this man is very wealthy and he's very, very powerful and he has so many authorities, this boyfriend can give you money and credit card, the Amex Black card, because he's very wealthy. and power, the gifts, everything.
Amen.
But that doesn't mean that you are a wife of Jesus Christ. You are dating Him. It is wonderful to dating Him. But today, the Lord is saying, I want to marry you. I want to make a covenant with you. In Jewish culture, once the man and wife make a covenant, the covenant of marriage, and right after that, they don't live together. Even though they make a betroth, the covenant, the man leaves to make a house to live with wife. And after the house is built, then he comes back. And because this wife is always waiting for him. And because she is waiting for him, she can recognize even he's very far. When she is seeing the silhouette of her husband, then she is saying, in the Jewish tradition, Baruch haba Beshem Adonai, which means, bless the Lord in the name of. Anyway, I can't remember. What is it? Blessed is He in the name of the Lord. Jesus will come back very soon. Do you believe that?
Yes.
Do you believe that? Do you really believe that? Very soon. We are hearing His footsteps, the sound of footsteps now. But He comes back only for those who made a covenant. If you didn't make a covenant with Him, if you are still dating with Him, that doesn't mean that He is coming for you. Dating is wonderful. We all need the time, the periods of dating. But today, Lord wants to make a covenant with you.
Hallelujah.
How can we discern what is dating and what is covenant life? There is a the metaphor like this. So, when you are living in a house that you rent, you are living inside of the house, right? But can you change the house? Can you remodel the house? You cannot, because you are not the owner. You are living inside of the house, but you are not the owner. So you cannot change the house, right? Even though that you are living with Him, His indwelling presence is inside of you. That doesn't mean that He is the owner. But when you are living in the house that you purchased, then you can change the house, right? Can He change your life without your permission? Can He change your life with His permission without? If you are living the life that He can change your life without your permission, that means that you are living the covenantal life. And another, that you are driving your car and Jesus is sitting beside of you. But you are still having a handle. So you are driving your car now. But you are listening to His voice. So you are asking, Lord, how can I do that? Left way or right way or something like that. But you are still driving your life, your car now. Today, the Lord wants to sit before the handle, and He wants to grab your handle. today, can you please, is there any sincere prayer, prayer now? Pastor Ken.